Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Movie Monday, April 13th, 2026. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and we'll definitely get into all the things that went on this weekend. But as always, welcome. Grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Make sure to mind your manners. Say good morning and sit a spell with us here on the historic campus of Xavier University at the foot of the overpass on Norman C. Francis Parkway. So you know we're home. The number here is 504-582-9422. And it's been a lot of stuff going on, so I hope that you join us here for the next 3 hours as we cruise the news with the New Orleans Focus Scope. And it's real nice outside, and me and you, we've been going through it already early in the show. My Lord, my Lord. I hope everyone, again, had a wonderful weekend and you're having a lovely start to your Monday morning here on the Front Porch. And I already got somebody trying to see what's going on and what happened this weekend. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elwin.
Good morning, Kim.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
What's going on?
I'm at the beginning of your show.
You're at the beginning of my show?
Yes.
Okay, what you got going on? What'd you do this
I
weekend?
mean, I exercise. I'm trying to lift weights, get back to lifting weights again.
Mm-hmm.
And, just mainly doing the weekend thing.
Okay. The weekend thing. And what did your weekend thing include exactly?
Well, I went outside, enjoyed the nice weather, and, mainly enjoying life.
Oh, good. That is a good way to spend your weekend. And did you get out at all or you stayed in the house this weekend?
I went to a meeting. Like I told you, I went to a meeting Saturday, but then I came home.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
You went to church yesterday?
And no, I didn't go to church yesterday.
That's okay.
He forgive me.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure.
I got a friend of mine in church I want to go to, but I'm not sure.
What's the name of the church?
I know it's on Esplanade.
Church on Esplanade. I'm not familiar with a church on Esplanade. And I'm on
1313.
Esplanade a lot.
It's 1313 Esplanade.
Okay. Let me look and see. 1313. Oh, St. Anna's Episcopal Church.
Yeah.
Okay, I've passed that church many times. Turn your radio down for me.
Okay, just give me a second.
Alrighty,
That's all the way.
there we go. So yeah, I'm familiar with passing that church for sure.
So what you did over the weekend?
I did a lot of stuff over the weekend. Of course, Jazz's service was on Saturday, and
I couldn't make that.
right, you told us that you weren't gonna be able to make it, but we did go and celebrate him and spend time with others who loved him, which was
Was
very
Braille in there?
yes, yeah, of course, of
Oh man,
course.
I'm sorry I missed it now.
Yes, a whole lot of us were there to go and celebrate his life for sure, and it was a good
Wow, I'd have
service
been right
too.
there in that party, right?
It was a time. It was a time to and we had a few listeners that came too. So it was good to see them as well.
Okay.
But we don't want to have
Oh,
another one of those anytime soon so that you can be there. You just make it to
oh
where
no,
we
no,
to
I
where
don't
we
want. I
go.
don't want to be. Look, I don't want none of y'all. I mean, I don't want anything to happen for me to be there either. But you
Exactly.
know,
Exactly.
um, so
So what you got
so
planned for
what you gonna
today?
do? What you got? No, what you got planned today? You see, you took your thought right out of my mouth.
Today I what do I have going on today? I know that um one kid is taking pictures, another kid is doing something else. I don't know, Elwin. It's always something right now. It's always something active happening in my sphere. So I will show up where I am asked to show up and go from there because it's a whole lot of stuff going on right now.
You know, something you begin to think like me because I thought the same thing to ask you.
I don't know that we thinking alike, but we're kind of on the
Oh,
same.
oh,
Yeah, we're kind of on the same considerations because it's habit. We now on the same habit of asking each other what we got going on. So that's fair.
yeah,
Patterns.
that's right.
Patterns. So you did your exercises for the day already?
Yeah, I did them for the day. You told me to only do 4, so I'm not stretching that.
Very good. I'm glad you're listening to and following directions of the doctor. Because those people know what they talking about. You
Well,
there?
anyway, Kim,
All right, Elwin.
uh, I'm against the movie, even though I never heard it.
All
5 on
right.
the black hand side.
What is it again?
5 on the black hand
Is
side.
it five on the black hand side? There we go. Now we back to regular business. You catching and asking, guessing the movie before we even ask it. We right on time.
That is right, and I got the buzzer just
There.
like I usually get.
Get out of here, Elwin. You keep listening. Here we got some giveaways today.
What y'all giving away?
You have to listen and tune in to hear about it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have an idea what it is, but I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Sounds good to me.
All right,
All right, later.
later.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, Elwin is back to regular Elwin guessing the movie before we give it out, which is per usual. The last several times we've asked him for his answer, and he's not giving it to us, which is not usual. But we're back to normal. We're back to normal. How y'all doing on this Monday morning? This movie Monday morning on the front porch. I hope again that you all had a wonderful weekend. It was wonderful to see you all who came to the services to honor Jazz on Saturday, and they definitely sent him off well. Um, I had the pleasure of seeing one of my classmates, homegirls, that I had not seen since graduation, and seeing her at the service, one shocked me, but two, it was so good to see her, so good to see all the people who love Jazz and will be sorely missing him, um, as he has made his transition and joined the ancestors, but. His spirit was definitely with us on Saturday as the church was full of people um who experienced him, his fairness. And I keep going back to saying that he was a fair person um in how he listened and how he passed his um his concern about what was going on in the community and amongst people he knew and loved. So um his brother his brothers were in attendance along with his life partner as well. And it was just good. And Corey Henry, along with other fellow musicians. I know that Winston from the Brassaholics was out on Saturday as they sent him off with a beautiful celebration of music that we all know that he enjoyed making, enjoyed producing, and enjoyed sharing with people. And it was tough. It was tough, but it was really, really good to commune with other people who loved him so well. So rest in power, Jazz. That was a hard one. That was a hard one to sit at, but you know, all love, fly high. You will be missed, but your spirit will be with us uh, forever. And I know, specifically for me, having conversations that cause you to pause and think and um, to challenge your ideas. He and I had so many of those conversations, both on and off the air. So, yeah, before I go into that spiral, rest in power, Jazz. We gonna miss you. We miss you big right now. But the weekend, the weekend was a lot. I told Kennedy on Friday I didn't know which way the weekend was gonna go, and I really didn't know which way the weekend was gonna go. There's so many different things that took place um, over the weekend. We had D9 night at Donville Vassos on a bayou, and it was well attended Friday night. It was exciting to um, be amongst family and friends. Two of my line sisters came out, um, and we got to celebrate with each other, having had the opportunity to celebrate our 26th line anniversary on Thursday. But more of us are getting together, more of us are having discussions, more of us are keeping in touch with each other and checking in on each other, which is so very important right now. Checking on you haven't heard from somebody in a while, call them. You wonder how somebody is doing, call them. You don't have their number, look for them on Facebook, look for them on social media, because not that many people are hidden. Um, it just kind of maybe falling off, and stop taking stuff personally. Sometimes people have to back away so that they can take care of themselves. And if you go back and check in with them, and you'll find that those people weren't avoiding you, they weren't dissing you, they were just taking some time to figure out their own stuff. And we all deserve to be able to go see about our own stuff. Indeed. I want to say a special good morning to our listeners this morning. Good morning, Miss Joyce. Good morning to Earl Swami Nelson. Hey, Gracie. Good morning, Lori Weber. Hey, Cam. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. I saw they were all over your page over the weekend. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And good morning to Jackie Wilmore. And shout out to Pam. Pam was at the service, and along with Steven's auntie, who I cannot call your name up right now, but I know Steven, one of my former students, is your nephew. And I got to sit with them at the repast on Saturday, and it was a joy to sit and chop it up, chit chat a little bit, and it was good. It was good. Also, Troy Henry and yeah, Troy Henry stopped in and popped in and had some conversations along with Eddie Compass. Showed to show some love to Jazz and give respects to his family. Saturday was a lot. Saturday had a lot going on. The weekend, as I said before, I knew it was going to be a whole lot of things. I didn't know all of what and where I would end up. However, I knew it was going to be busy. It proved itself definitely to be so. And now we're here with the week getting ready to start again. And this week is going to be a real busy one as well. French Quarter Fest is this weekend. And also Barrels on the Bayou is this weekend as well. So those of you who like the sunshine, get your butt in gear and get your festival chair so that you can make it out to the spaces and get some of this good sunshine and also get into some community, like get into some good vibes. And I have some more to speak on this because of course yesterday was West Bank Super Sunday and all peace, all love. We need to be in spaces where we can get some good energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and break now and I'll come back and take y'all into the weekend and all of the things that transpired over the last couple of days. But you listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Expect a warm work week ahead with a mix of sun and clouds, mostly dry for us throughout the rest of the week. Today's highs 80 to 85 degrees. And then for tonight, 61 to 65. So very mild for us. Temperatures remaining into the 80s all week long. We could see mid to upper 80s by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Hoops, Heat, The Truth, on demand. Ball Don't Lie is now live on all podcast platforms. Tap in, search WBOK Media, find Ball Don't Lie, and bring the fire with you wherever you go. Download, share, and leave that 5-star review because the game doesn't stop when the show ends.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
The Ron Kelly Show. Real talk, bold truth. Tune in for your weekly dose of unapologetic conversations that don't dodge the truth or dilute the message. Stay informed on the issues that matter most on The Ron Kelly Show. Every Monday at 7 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. And on the other side of the glass is Jared on, again, this is Movie Monday. Good morning, Jackie Wilmore. You're Steven's aunt. Got it. Got it. It was wonderful to sit and talk to you and Pam on Saturday. It helped with the heaviness because that was a lot. That was a lot. But it was wonderful to sit and chat with you ladies and all the other listeners and family members of the Front Porch. I thank you. I'm grateful for you. That makes or it made it feel less alone for sure. It made a lot of that heaviness not be as heavy. But Mark, you said what's Barrels on the Bayou? Barrels on the Bayou is a black beer festival that'll be here this weekend. I will share the link with you in the chat for you to go and check it out. But it is April 18th. It'll be located in Lafayette Square. It's called Barrel and Flow Meets New Orleans. Same mission, same Southern flair. So Barrel and Flow Festival is a beer festival that takes place in Pittsburgh, and they're in their 6th year in Pittsburgh. And so now they're bringing some of their fun and lagers and other stuff here to the city of New Orleans. Now y'all know I don't drink no beer, but there'll be food there, so I'm all for that as well, indeed. But yeah, a lot of stuff was going on this weekend. It was a lot of activities and a lot of festivities. After Jazz's service, I was in the city waiting for CJ to get done, and I swung by the Zulu Club after he got to his gig, and his second gig, because he played twice Saturday. And so after I left, after I dropped him off to his second gig, I swung by the Zulu Club, and there were two campaigning members for King. There was a campaign party, if I'm not mistaken, for Keith Thomas, who is a candidate for Zulu King 27, and also there was another event where there was sort of a en blanc situation where you go to an undisclosed location that Cedric Richmond put on. So I stopped by. I was in white. They were in white. Why not? Right? And got to get some more of that good old New Orleans energy from the city. I was honestly missing my dad, and being in the 6th Ward helps with that. So swung over there to the Zulu Club, got to hug some necks and talk to some people that, it's been a minute since I've spoken with them, or it's been a little while since I've seen them. But it was good to run into the arms of people who actually care about me and care about us as a community. So it was really, really a good time. After that, I went home and put my feet up and not to be heard from again. And the treat at the end of the day was that my son got his mama some crawfish. So, it was all good. After that, doesn't matter. It was all good. It was fine. And then on Sunday, yesterday, I had told you guys I was going to be going to the 31st pastoral anniversary of Bishop Tyrone Jefferson Jr. And I went to the 8:30 service as promised, because I said I was going. I like early services, and it was Elder Carmen McKinley who brought the message, and it was right on time. And eventually we'll get her on so that she can share some of the things that she does, along with, I want to know where that message came from myself. But we'll reach out and have her come on. And Tiffany Mosley was the guest artist for the 8:30 services, because there was an additional service, I think, that started at 8:30. But it was lovely to attend. A lot of elected officials were in the building, sharing their thank yous and appreciation to Bishop Tyrone Jefferson. I've known him since high school. Yeah, high school, and as we all know, I've been out of high school since a long time ago, to say the least. But this weekend, like I said, was fully full of events, and let's talk about West Bank Super Sunday. It was a good time. Got a chance to experience Super Sunday on the West Bank in Algiers at McDonough Park on Tesh or Tash, and it was great. I had a wonderful time. Saw some Front Porch vets, DJ Jubilee, also Chef Sherman. Um, I mean, it's so many people that we saw yesterday. I got to see one of my students, Hakeem. It is always great to see the students that I have had the ability to support and add to. I actually took a picture with Hakeem and sent it to one of my colleagues and homegirls, Shannon. And I was like, girl, look at your second grader. And she was floored because he's a full grown adult. But yeah, it was a great weekend. And this week is proving to be very busy already. 504-582-9422. What up, Josh?
Wow.
Wow, what's happening?
Chilling.
What's
Like to go on
poppin'?
the record and say that I do not like funerals at all.
Neither me, and I was sober. I don't know why, but I was.
Wait, you pulled that's why I don't like funerals because I didn't go drunk.
Man, and other people were like, you are very alert. I was like, yes, I am very sober, and I don't like it. This is awful.
So that's the key. I was going there sober too.
Yeah, that was
So
a lot.
I need to partake before I go to a funeral. That's what you're telling me.
Or some anxiety medicine, because man, catching all of the emotions that was of that day, my Lord.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
The bad part for me is when they close the casket. Like, that's the part that hurt because you've never seen that person again.
Well, for a Catholic's funeral, they don't leave it open during the service. So the
I know.
visitation is just for that.
Yep. Once the service starts, they close that up.
Yeah, that's done. That's done. I'm
like,
okay with that.
Man, I wasn't ready for that one. I ain't ready for that. Just keep it closed. That's how I just feel. We know they're in there. Let's keep it closed. I won't gaze upon it one more last time. It hurts.
Yeah.
So I ain't really too fond of funerals. But I know we got to have them.
Yeah. Gotta send them off. And send them off, they did. They did. The Corey Henry and the rest of the musicians, they turned up for his send off.
I hope I can leave an impression like that. I want my funeral to be funny. I don't want no sad moment. I want the person that's burying me to cuss.
Not in the church, Josh.
Yeah, well, we just can't do it in church then. That's another thing I don't want to probably do. I ain't come in here in the church.
You right.
I just never leave out in the church.
You right, but that's a lot. That's a
lot.
Yeah,
I'm saying, put me in the backyard. I paid all that money for that house. Put me in my backyard. Have it back there.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. You might be on to something.
Let them cuss and do everything they're gonna do. I want to be laughing too. So play a tape of me laughing at it. But this gonna be 50 years down the line though. I'm good.
Yes, please. Don't be calling that
50-some years down the line.
Don't be calling for that.
Yeah, Kimber Jr., her kids gonna be hosting WBOK by the time I go.
Not her kids. You are a
her
mess.
Her kids gonna be. I'd be lucky it'd be her grandkids.
You right. You right.
Hopefully
That'll be a blessed life.
And I be calling up here like Mr. Larry. Calling her Kimber Jr., Kimber's beautiful junior daughter. Like Mr. Larry do with you, boy. Mr. Larry always making your day.
He does. He really does. He really does.
Yeah.
And it seems like he calls in when I'm really, really missing my daddy.
At the right moment, right?
Yes. Yes.
At the right moment. Well,
absolutely.
That's all right, though. I met Jazz once, but I felt like I've known him longer than that.
For sure. Jazz and Jabo been on the front porch and throughout the city giving his magic and Like I said,
Hmm.
sorely missed. Sorely missed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. He will be, but yeah, I don't like funerals. You know, it's the thing I'm thinking about now. I asked this Friday, but you heard about that girl who kissed Chris Brown in front of her husband or something like that? Tongue him down. Tongue down Chris Brown.
me. I don't think I heard of that, but really,
Yes, tongued him
we
down
just
at the
swinging for the
concert.
fences these days, eh?
I'm like, bruh, if you went home with that chick, something wrong with you, bro.
Yikes!
You're done. She's Chris Brown's girl for life.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't that great. It was just a once in a lifetime thing, and
I don't care. I don't care. You did it. You done it. You did it. We done.
I don't know, Josh.
We done.
I don't know.
No. So you gonna let your husband turn down Janet Jackson right in front of you?
I don't know.
I
I
know
can't
the thing
say
is
no.
on.
I can't say yeah right in this moment. Now, if we beefed out, and he's
Don't
gonna
be
get
out.
beat
Y'all
up.
going to the concert.
But other
Y'all
than
at the
that,
concert
like,
together. Y'all at the concert together.
he leaving with me. I don't know.
Okay, so you'll let that go.
He leaving with me, so I don't know. Like I think
Right.
when we talk about relationships and stuff, obsession and possession is not love at all. So somebody
See
who
that?
want to leave, you trying to hold on to them, ain't gonna make them
No,
stay.
I'm big proponent on that. Let them go. Let them go. It's gonna hurt to hold on to them longer. Let them
Right.
go. But I'm just saying that situation. This is not possession. This is about respect. You ain't gonna tell no girl, no dude down in front of me. You crazy? No, I don't care who they
I
is.
don't get
If it
too
is
bothered
about
about stuff like that. Now, if it's some regular broad on the street that you see all the time, yeah, no, that means she could cycle back, and then I gotta kill both of
I'm
y'all.
sorry.
But I mean, Janet Jackson,
If it could be Barack Obama, bro, I'm like you. So you Barack girl for life now. If Barack may not tell me nothing, but I'm gonna dive off. I'm gonna dive off in Barack, bro. You got it.
You going
dog.
all
Let it go.
for it, huh?
Let it go, bro. I don't need you to. Don't give me nothing else. Don't say nothing else. Just take the girl and go, bro. Chill. Don't say nothing else. That's all I want.
Yes,
You
indeed.
got it? All right, you got it.
You
But
a
don't
mess.
say nothing else.
We gotta take
So-
this break though. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Josh. Lord have mercy. And we're gonna talk about what you commented over on Grateful with More Work to Do, because we ain't done talking about that. Okay, you Josh. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Misty Jordan with BIN News. Now, 44-year-old Anthony Griffin is dead after being fatally shot by New York Police Department detectives Saturday at Grand Central Terminal. Police say Griffin attacked 3 people and charged at officers with a machete. Police Commissioner Patricia Tisch describes what happened when officers arrived.
The individual refused to comply with at least 20 orders to drop the knife. Officers also attempted to de-escalate and offer assistance, saying, "We are going to get you help."
The suspect, known as battle rapper Fox 5, died at the hospital. The victims are in stable condition. Colin Kaepernick is writing a book titled The Perilous Fight. It is set to come out September 15th. And some 20% of full-time American workers say AI has taken over parts of their job. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What we want to be talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. On a go right to the lines. Good morning, Sister V.
Oh, Kimber.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Now,
you this
look.
morning?
Huh?
I say, how are you this morning?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm taken aback. Let me tell you. I was there at the services. Now, were you all sitting to the left or to the right?
I was sitting actually right behind Corey Henry on the side where the piano was on the left. And I know that Grill and Justin Nyron were on the right side.
Wow.
Far on the other side.
You mean to tell me all y'all celebrities was in the house and I was in the house? But you see, my thing was I had to sit to the right by the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So that's why, too, you know. But, you know, I never met Jazz. And the kind of service, I'm not familiar with the Catholic services. I just felt like I knew him through that service. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a high. I've been to like a high mass. I know they have different, possessions. You know what I'm trying to say? High mass, this type of, but that seemed to be befitting for him from what I used to pick up. Just listening. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes. It was. So let me organize my thoughts. It was not a whole lot of pomp and circumstance because that wasn't him. It gave a little more than he would have given because a lot of the information that was shared about him, even in his obituary, it was more information that he gave to the public. But it wasn't too much. Even in what it gave, it wasn't too much. So it definitely was befitting of who he is to us and who our memory will be okay with settling at. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, you bring it to clarity for me a little bit more because you all were so much more closer. And I was at the Tremay Center for the repairs. And where were you all? To the left or to the in the middle or
so
to
Uncle
the
Greg
right?
had another service to attend on Saturday. I was sitting off to the right, close to where the food was with Jackie Wilmore and Pam.
And what color did you have on?
White.
You had on white because I met what's her name? Not Kimber. Yes, she had on white. And wow. Well, it just wasn't my time to meet you all in person.
Yeah. But we'd love to see you. So don't let that be your last time.
No.
But hopefully we won't have one of those events for a while.
I know, huh? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm not going to hold you. I always enjoy all the listeners, Josh and Cam and all. I was wondering about the young lady that she just had a grandbaby about a year now, and I know she went to 35, and she's very, very busy, organized. Can't think of her name. Haven't heard from her in a while. I think she live around the park area. Can't think of her name. But she's very active. She used to live out of state. I'm picking all this up from what I hear. She used to live out of state, maybe Arizona, maybe. And she came back to New Orleans, and she's married. She's been married for quite a while. But it seems that she just had a grandbaby within the last 2 years, and she is a 35 alumni. Can't think of her name right now. Yeah. But she used to call in all the time. And I was just wondering, was she still in the area?
We have to put our feelers out and see who that might be because I'm not exactly sure. I'm not. That's not clicking any bells for me.
Yes. She always had a lot of input. When she called in, she had a lot of information,
Hmm.
but I just can't think of her name. So you all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, Sister V. Thank you for calling.
You're so
Oh, you talking
welcome.
about Wanda Romaine?
Yeah, Wanda,
Wanda.
Wanda,
Wanda be at
Wanda.
work. Wanda
Huh?
still. I said Wanda be at work. Wanda is still an educator, so she can't be on
Oh,
the horn with us. We're gonna probably hear more from her once school lets out for the summer.
okay. Well, thank you for letting me
Absolutely.
know.
All
All
right.
right,
Thank
dear.
you for
Okay,
calling.
then.
Have a great day.
I'm so proud of you and your family, Kimber,
Thank
and your little
you.
daughter. I'm so proud of
Thank you
you
so
all.
much. I
Next
appreciate y'all.
generation, you know how I feel. I'm talking for the ancestors.
Yes, ma'am. And
All right,
I
dear.
really appreciate it. I really do
Yes,
appreciate
ma'am.
you all pouring
Okay,
into
dear
us.
boy.
All right. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
You.
Pop Jones.
Oh, Kimberly.
Pop Jones. I was in your
How are
area.
you?
I'm good. I didn't been to the West Bank Super Sunday. I'm great.
Oh, look, I'll be listening to you, Kim.
I had a good
Well,
time.
look, this is what I wanted to say to start. Uncle Greg is my man. He's old school, new school. He's all of that.
Yes, sir.
Movie star, director. But guess what?
What you say?
There's not an empty space in your life. Where do you find all the time to do what you do?
ADHD.
And that's something.
What the old folks says, you're busy. You're just busy. Yeah, ADHD. There's a name
Look,
for it
look,
now.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm jealous of it because you're gonna believe that. That's not true.
Oh, I don't believe that, Pop.
I'm proud
You
of you,
got more
yeah,
stories
that you
than I
can
could
do
ever.
all that.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
So what you get into
That's a
this weekend? I
blessing.
was looking for you yesterday.
You know what, my heart hurts. You know why?
Why?
I had to support the Queen because they had a mother and a mother and a daughter. They buried her late at the same time,
Ooh.
and it hurt my heart. And I was just hoping that, man, I love jazz, and I was hoping I sure wanted to be there, but I had to support the Queen. It was a mother and a daughter laid out, and I had to show my support. But I'll be wondering if they'd ever have anything else for jazz, because I love jazz, man.
I
And
think they're gonna do a tribute to him because I did hear talk of.
I'll be listening, and if I don't hear it, I'll show you what I ask you, Kim.
Yeah. I think I did hear some rumblings of an event to put together that they're gonna put together because Jazz was still teaching students music as well.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about.
So they are in the works or in the discussions, in the very least, of putting on a musical tribute for him with the students that he worked with. So as soon as we hear about that, of course, we're gonna let you know.
Oh well, I really would appreciate it. But look,
Anytime.
Kim,
Yes, sir.
I see that this is, man. This is. I'm not the sharpest knife in it all. But anyway, I'm gonna follow up with great John Lewis. If you see something, you say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the president is disrespect. That's the first time I was seeing anybody in my lifetime, and I've been on a planet a long time, to disrespect the Pope like that.
Mm-hmm. But the people say he a Christian.
But isn't the Pope black?
He is of African descent. I'm gonna leave it
Yeah,
open
well,
like that.
well, he's black then, as far as
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So he has no respect, man, for a man of God. Whether you Catholic, I'm Baptist. whether you Catholic, he's a man of God, has no respect. But another thing I would like to say too,
Yes, sir.
Kim, the veterans that's being sent to the war to die, the men and women, I come in contact with a lot of them. They won't even give you the time of day. And he doing everything in the world to hurt them. Can you figure that one out?
Well, I tell you this, Pop. Just like the Catholics and Paula White followers, and what's that other weirdo that's in Texas that speaks the air quote gospel, but won't find a place for people to be in that big old church.
Angelicals.
So the people who support them, even though the actions have been counterproductive to their own livelihoods, they would still support them and still call themselves good Christians and good Catholics.
So, it's 666 all the way around, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Isn't that something? Take your jobs, hurt you, take your pensions, do everything to you, and still they support and give them money anyway. I never seen nothing like this in my lifetime.
And if they got a chance to, vote again, they do it again, Pop, because they think they sticking it to us, and I like it, me. Because what they
Kim,
don't see is that it's happening.
What do you think about voting? You a voter?
Yes, sir. Chronic.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Why we have so many people make different reasons why they don't vote. That's baffling to me.
I actually have a clip about some of that. I have not sent it to Jared. I don't think I sent it to him yet. But I'm gonna get that clip queued up about how white people are doing themselves harm, but still looking at black people as the ones who are doing it from them. Yeah, it's our fault, but they keep doing it to themselves. And for that, Pop, I don't really have a whole lot to help them with that.
Look, a lot of men veterans don't speak to you. The women better not speak. They got rid of them.
I mean, you have white people who are standing in the gap for us. We have white people who are joining arms with us, but then there's some of us who just.
Oh, I know that. Oh, of course.
Do what they do.
Oh no, I'm not lumping everybody into the same thing, because I know people of other color that are some nice, fact, have treated me and the Queen better than my own people. So I'm not in nobody's mind. I'm not a mind reader or judging of anyone. You know what I'm saying, Kim?
Yes, sir.
Well, we can only go by how someone treat us. And I know we know some people, couple of so people that treat us wonderfully. That's of another race, another color. But at the same time, we got people of our own race that don't treat us too well.
Right, because they're transactional, and as long as they can get a buck, they're fine. It's not even life-changing money. It's just some money and some pretend acceptance, because those people never really accept them. Never. And the indication that they're never accepted is all the black people who have been on their knees and bent over, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, Stephen A. Smith, all the red pill men. And also, you know what? I'm going to throw Condoleezza Rice in there too. I'm not giving her a pass. And quite a few other black Republicans that get a pat on the head, and every chance them people get to show them, you not one of us. You just doing our bidding. And Candace Owens, she's another one. Now they're speaking against Donald Trump because of what he's doing with regard to this war, but they profited off of the entire bad behavior and the destruction that is happening, not just to black people, but their people too.
Well, one thing I would say, Kim, you need 1,000 like you. You don't take no. You know what.
It's not just me, Pop. Who you think? I got it from other people, and I'm supported by other people. Dr.
Yeah.
Wise, as you affectionately call her. That's a part. That's a part of my support system. Because when I feel like, well, maybe I'm saying too much, or I'm saying maybe I've said too much, I talk to people to reinforce or reaffirm me that what I'm saying might be turning some people off, but what I'm saying is right. And then until we start moving lockstep with each other like them other people, we still gonna be scrambling while they picking pennies up off the ground, thinking that it's the wealth. We could all be sitting in comfortability if we all link up and move together.
And do not tell Uncle Graylin I was talking about it. That's my man.
He probably listening, Pop. He tries to check in. He just can't always call.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, Pop, we gotta take this break. But yeah.
All right, Kim, you have a blessed day. You and your beautiful children and all your husband and all of y'all.
Thank you so much.
Everybody at the station.
Thank you so much, Pop. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
All righty. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the Front Porch, y'all. You know how we do. Every Monday is Movie Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, station you listen to
all day long.
Good Monday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. New Orleans police are investigating a shooting in Holly Grove. They say it happened around 1:30 this morning on Palm Street near Holly Grove Street. The NOPD says they found a man shot in the back. He was taken to the hospital by EMS. No word on his condition right now at this time. Now, as gas prices continue to spike, let's take a look at what drivers are paying right now at the pump. Right now, the national average for a gallon of gas is $4.13. In our state, drivers are paying $3.76. That's up nearly 60 cents from 1 month ago. All right, the Hogs for the Cause event shattered records for raising $6.65 million for families battling severe illnesses. The two-day festival at the UNO Lakefront Festival grounds brings together more than 90 barbecue teams, live music across 3 stages, and, of course, plenty of food. All right, now to sports, where the Pelican season has officially come to an end. The Pels dropped their last game in the Minnesota Timberwolves, the final score 132-126. But on a high note, a dominant performance from rookie Derek Queen. He put up a double-double with 30 points and 22 rebounds. The Pels finished the season 26-56 overall. All right, y'all. It's expected to be a big night for LSU superstar Flau'jae Johnson. One of the greatest Tigers in program history is expected to hear her name called early in tonight's WNBA draft. When she's picked, she'll be the 3rd straight LSU Tiger taken in round 1, following the footsteps of Angel Reese and Anissa Morrow. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Greetings and salutations. I am Elwood B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Movie Monday. Shout out to our callers, and also I want to say a special thank you to Lori Weber for stepping in as we were leaving out of the church on Saturday. Again, it is really, really an uplift to know that in this loss or in our celebration, our listening audience, our family steps in and holds us close. And I am forever grateful for you all for tuning in, for chiming in, for sharing your thoughts, for sharing your love, sharing your highs and lows with us as well. It is a community that I am definitely grateful to be a part of. And yes, absolutely, I for sure appreciate all of you all for your support and your correction when needed. I really do do not take it lightly. Not at all. Not at all. So again, the number here is 504-582-9422. It is Movie Monday, and we have things to give away on today, and actually throughout the entire week. We have a city park giveaway. So, of course, that includes tickets to the Carousel Gardens amusement park. We have tickets to the New Orleans Botanical Gardens. We have tickets to the Spring Garden Show. Well, that is past, so pardon me on that one. We have tickets to City Putt. And we also have a Friends Fest ticket, which is a year-long family membership that is valued at $100. So we got all those things going on. Make sure that you have your listening ears on when we get started with Movie Monday, because we definitely will be sending those out. And I hope that you all are prepared to get out into some sunshine, for sure. Get out into some sunshine, get into some spaces with people who care about you. And again, this weekend definitely was that for me, starting with Friday night. That was D9 night over at Villa Vassos, and that's going to become a more regular event. I'm in talks about that with Derek. And then also, there are so many different other projects that I have going on. They're coming very fast, and I'm trying to manage the end of the school year, graduation, because prom is Friday. Prom is Friday. French Quarter Fest starts Friday. My birthday is on the 27th. My anniversary is on the 24th. And we're just getting started. Jazz Fest is coming up. So all the things. But as Pop was talking about earlier, he was talking about Black people voting. And I want y'all to have a listen. This young man, his name is Joshua Doss. And he's talking about political power and the power of policy, the power of the strength in the Black community, but political power is some of what he's talking about. And if you'd like to hear it, here to go.
Question stands before us, those who presume to summon and stir and organize the vast very souls of Black America, knocking doors, drafting field operations, shaping legislation, crafting messages. What exactly will you be offering? Because if we get it just right, if we understand our people, we can offer a chance to rebuild deliberately, intelligently, unapologetically, the formidable, and undeniable, and once unstoppable power of Black America. Thank you. I was asked to speak about what is required of emerging leaders around narrative framing to build, quote, political power. I'm fascinated by this concept of political power and Black people's decades-long search for it. There's deity in it. Sometimes it reminds me of our search for God. The research I've conducted over the years has been centered around listening to and understanding the very nuanced opinions of the Black voters we need to persuade and the Black non-voters that we need to ignite. I'm here to relay a message on their behalf, and I want to be as clear as possible. As far as these voters are concerned, there is no such thing as political power, only power. As far as these voters are concerned, there is no such thing as political power, just power. What does that mean? That means that no matter how hard you try, you cannot offer them this thing called political power. You can't help them build it, you can't convince them to want it, because in their worldviews, it simply does not exist. What's more, if you try to offer them political power, you'll lose them. In their worldviews, political outcomes are not a consequence of political power. Rather, political power is a consequence of power. And are they so wrong? As far as this emerging group of Black voters are concerned, our quest for political power starts on the yellow brick road. And for 130 years, we've been off to see the wizard. As far as these voters are concerned, political power may as well be Richard Pryor in a room alone with a microphone. If you cannot understand the appeal in this worldview of Black Americans and many other Americans, if you can't see why the very people you intend to mobilize have made a companion of cynicism, then you have not even begun to reckon with the immediacy of relief, the depth of betrayal, the titanic scores of economic pain, and the boom-bust cycle of hope our communities have been going through. However bad you think it is, I am here to tell you it is far, far worse. So then, what shall we do? We at Hit Strategies is the research firm I work for, we have some ideas.
So, again, that young man, his name is Joshua Doss. And speaking about political power, speaking about activating or igniting voters who don't vote, inactive voters. And speaking of inactivity, if you have not voted in a while, they have purged you. They are have likely purged you off the voter roll. So please check your voter status as we have an election coming in on May 16th. Before the primaries, we need you all to get active. Not the primaries, the midterms. We need you all to make sure that your voters registration is active. But the old way of shaming people, even though I think shame should be brought back heavily, not trying to understand why people don't vote is important. And I think that a lot of people, when they speak, it's with a haughtiness of speaking above people. Like, I'm doing this, so therefore I'm better than you, but you're not doing this, so you are not up to par. We have to start talking to people that you want to support your cause like you want them to support your cause. Because if you're telling me what I'm not doing and what I'm not good at and all of these different things, okay, then I don't do anything. I satisfy no one, not even myself, because you're talking to me reckless. And, we've had this conversation about what respect is and what it looks like. And oftentimes a lot of adults, elders, feel as though because they have the age, they are due more respect than others just for surviving. No. The answer is absolutely no. Um, you have to be a person that is worth someone giving them their respect, not just because you've aged. And that's where I think some people in our community um, have not figured that out or have not looked at that differently. Me, at my big age, at 48, almost 49, I don't like when people talk to me like you my parent and don't talk to me like I'm slow. I understand what's being said, but I also have the opportunity to weigh those options. And when we talk to people as if they don't have the good sense that the Lord blessed them with when they got here, because you come here with sense. People don't create your sense for you. They expose you to different opportunities and information. But you come here with sense. But when we talk to people like they don't have sense, or we talk to people as if um, they're stupid, they go, okay. Everybody doesn't have to have that response of spite, which I know I am definitely fueled by spite. If you tell me I can't do something, I used to at least go out of my way to let you know or show you that I can do it. I don't do that anymore. Oh, you can't do XYZ? You right. You right. Now what? You turned me off. You've lost somebody you've lost somebody that in your could be in your corner, or at least listen to your argument, but you've turned them on and now they don't care. So we have to talk to people like we like them. We have to talk to people like we actually want to be in community with. Because the whole you need to work, you need to vote, people died. These kids are so far removed from what civil rights struggle looks like, because we've provided them with cushiony lives that they don't even need to be connected to it. Regardless of what we see happening in the globe and in the country around us, if it doesn't directly impact them, they kind of disconnected. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Brother Mims.
Good morning. Listen to me, sister. I'm going to say something to you that's true. I love the Lord, and I was civil sheriff for 20 years, and I was served on the pro board in Lake County in Blanco for 5 years. And I've been shot, stabbed, shot at. But now, I stay in Central City, a homeowner, and the young people be telling me, hey, Brother Mims, you a Christian? I say, yes, I am. But if I slap you, you're going to turn the other cheek? I'm going to put my foot in your beard.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is, I don't take no jokes. I tell the youngsters, I say, don't play with me. I got old like this because God spared me, but I'm not stupid. So I just want you to thank you for letting me have my comment, and don't be slapping nobody, no old people out there, young men. Have a great day.
All right, thank you for that, Brother Mims. I try to stay away from religion as much as possible. I am not a non-believer. I just don't believe in, or let me say this, I don't trust humans. Cause why? Cause humans. You know, um, I had a whole debate with someone online who tried to give me that whole beating me with Jesus, thinking that was going to change my view of things. And it's not. Like, I said what I said. I'm all right with saying what I said. Um, and when you can't give me a justification for how you're thinking or how you're feeling, then, then I got the devil in me. No, you can go to hell, because you can't validate your point. You know, I have taken action based on emotion, of course, in my life. So I'm not gonna point the finger and somebody did this and somebody didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Bless you. However, I use logic for most of how I feel, to be honest. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong based on what has been explained to me or what I have been able to comprehend from engaging in dialogue and seeing how other people treat each other, and seeing policies that are written for everybody, but it isn't applied to everybody. I pay attention to those things. And at the end of it all, again, I don't like to talk about religion, but for people who often lean into religion, but they are acting the opposite of Christ-like, your actions and your words aren't lining up for me. And so therefore your argument is moot. The things have to line up. Show and prove. Show and prove. Show and prove. But say and do something else, those things don't line up. Those things don't go together. They just don't. And yeah, the discourse that I had with I think it was a gentleman, or it might been a woman. I think it was a bot, possibly. But when they couldn't justify or give facts as to why they were taking the position that they were taking, then I had to be a heathen. Okay. I mean, that's not really an insult for me. Because at the end of it all, I thought we were all sinners. Nobody gets to be like, a sin isn't greater than the other. So it's weird. I don't know. It's an odd thing. And again, I don't have anything against people who use I don't have anything against people who use their faith to make them better people, but I know there are a lot of people who use their faith to justify their bad actions. The president is one of those people. He's not any more Christian than Lucifer himself. And a lot of white, some black, many Latino people have used or weaponized their religion to justify some of these bad actions that he's making. That, praise be to Allah, didn't have enough of y'all mad for me, because he used it as an insult. But he used it as an insult in order to possibly bring us harm. And by us, I mean citizens of the United States. But again, like I said before, if given the opportunity, a lot of these white people will vote for him again. Which means I don't want them as allies. I don't want them in my space. I don't want them I don't want them around me. Not even if they have money. And that's what a lot of that draw is. Money. Which is insane. Because after it's all said and done, if you still having me on my knees, what was it for? What is it for? Curious. Maybe y'all can help me out with that. The number here is 504-582-9422. This week, again, is proving to be just as busy as last week, if not busier. And I look forward to sharing some of the stories that will come of this week. But if y'all are looking for some live music, tomorrow night at Bowen's, 10 p.m., CJ will be playing with his bandmates on tomorrow night. He's going to be playing for the rest of the week. But again, it's prom on Friday, French Quarter Fest on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, barrels on the bayou. I mean, it's pick something to do. It's plenty. It's plenty things for you to get out there and get involved. And yeah, but also check your voters registration one more time. I think the website is LA Go GAU vote, if I'm not GAUX vote. Go vote, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking for the voters registration. Hang on, y'all. That's not it. I'm gonna look for it. Let's see. LA voters. Here it is. That's for registration, but there's another portal. If you go to Louisiana Secretary of State, that's sosla.gov. And then there's another one that I think, an app that you can download onto your phone to locate like your polling places and other areas for you to be able to find out how to if your voters registration is active, if your family members of voters registration are active, so that you don't miss out on the upcoming elections. And the next election um, that is being held, if I'm not mistaken, is on May 16th, along with the closed primary elections that are coming up as well. Got some of the interns. Are y'all registered to vote? Jayla and Reagan, are y'all registered to vote? What you waiting on? Okay, Reagan is, but Miss Ma'am, go online, go see where you gotta go do that at. Cause yeah, you're 18. It's yeah, 18. That's what you should be doing. I know Mari, her school had a voters registration drive on Friday, and she was old enough to participate. So she is now a registered voter as well. But yeah, Jayla, get on it, friend. Cause your polling place ain't that far from here. Let's get that done. Cause if you can't make it into, you can always get not an online ballot, but a mail-in ballot for you to be able to cast your vote. Do it now. Reagan, help her. Help her. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Expect a warm work week ahead with a mix of sun and clouds, mostly dry for us throughout the rest of the week. Today's highs 80 to 85 degrees. And then for tonight, 61 to 65. So very mild for us. Temperatures remaining into the 80s all week long. We could see mid to upper 80s by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Comparing the cost of will, successions, and trusts.
A will might only be a few $100s, but your family could end up paying more in legal fees.
Trust costs more upfront, but saves time, stress, and potentially thousands.
Think of it as paying a little now to avoid a big bill later. Smart planning means big savings for your family. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass are Jared, Jayla, and Reagan. Reagan Clips on the other side of the glass. We are on Movie Monday, and of course, We have some giveaways for City Park that'll be given away with the correct guesses of the movies. And the number here is 504-582-9422. And some messages from the Front Porch on Facebook. Young people, please vote. Yeah, no, please. Please, please. Andrew Harris Jr. says Donald Trump growing up as a Protestant and the Protestant and Roman Catholic Church do not see eye to eye. I mean, the fact that he's out here saying he's a Christian and people are buying into it is just amazing to me. It is insane. Joshua Evans said, if you voted American Idol but not in real life, go to hell. If you voted on Star Search but not in real life, why are you still living? Like, for real. Listen, I never voted for any of those things, but I have voted in real life. I always have the best intentions to vote on stuff on TV, but isn't there usually a charge for that kind of stuff? And anything that's a charge, I'm not gonna do. Like, why am I paying to vote for you? Like, that's insane. I'm funding a machine that I have no idea where that money is going. But yeah, I've never voted for those things, Josh. So you can exclude me from that particular admonishment. But no, in real life, I indeed do vote. Um, but yeah, I really, really have some issues with the hypocrisy of the people who say that they're Christians and Christ-like and all that good stuff, and then turn around and do the most heinous things and use their knowledge of the Bible to justify the horrible things that they do. Like, those things don't go together, and I really just can't manage it. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Pam.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you today?
I'm good. I just wanted to tell I heard what you had said about us being together. Sometimes you need to be in a space with people, no matter what the occasion is. But it was like that space was good for me, and the conversations we were having and things like that. But I just felt, I don't know how to really pinpoint it, where I felt like, okay, I'm good. I'm here. I'm good. We got this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you, because sometimes when you sit by people, you can feel their spirit and their inner peace and things like that. And for some reason, when you came over and we hugged and you sat down by me, I was like, I'm good. It just felt good.
Yeah, I know
So
what
I
you
want
mean.
to thank you for that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It really felt good to be in a space, one, with people who were kind of feeling the same way I was feeling, but also
right,
a place to feel vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
matters. That matters.
It does. It does. Yeah. But I just wanted to thank you and Gracie as well. But I just wanted to put that out there in the atmosphere, because sometimes you need to be by somebody, and sometimes you don't even have to have a whole lot to say. But it's that warmth that you feel. So thank God for you, and God bless you.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Pam. You have a good one, okay?
All right, you too, baby.
All right,
Bye-bye.
talk to you later. Yeah, Saturday was if I miss Gracie. I hate that I miss Gracie, because I always know where to peep. I tend to peep her out in the crowd. But yeah, Saturday it was a lot. I can't say it any other way. It was a lot. Losing somebody unexpectedly, and somebody that you cared for immensely, to see them having transitioned. Almost it didn't feel real. And to be honest, in my brain, I still haven't reconciled that. It's still like I saw it, but I don't believe it. If you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it was great to share space with you both, and also to commune with the others that were with us in that space. And it's unfortunate that we had to commune under those circumstances. And I don't look forward to having any of those meetings anytime soon. But yeah, it was great to be in the space with you all. It was a comfort for sure to to be along with the family and our family here on the front porch and share thoughts and just share feelings because I'm sure we all were feeling all of the things, all of them, all of the things. But I think we're going to have a movie ready in a little bit. And this one should be a real interesting one, too. We've been spot on with the topics lately. The movies, the trivia, and the travel. We've been having a little bit of predictions on what's happening. I hope we don't get a whole lot more craziness to come. But one thing I wanted to point out before we take the break, the final one in this hour is, have y'all paid attention on whether or not those tickets are paying for the It's Iconic tour? The tour with TLC, Salt and Pepper, and In Vogue. Have y'all been following what's going on with that? That I know of, um, some people are refunding their tickets. They're refunding their tickets, so I don't know how much, how many people are actually attending the tour, and I've heard some mutterings about maybe this tour may not be happening, and that's unfortunate because I actually wanted to see In Vogue, T-Boz, and Salt and Pepper myself. Well, Pepper now because Salt is tripping, but yeah, that looks like the tour might not happen, which is unfortunate because I know anytime people put tours together, there's a lot of money invested when when they're put together. So anybody still going? Anybody bought tickets? Anybody heard anything else about what's going on with the It's Iconic tour? Because the last I checked, that some people are removing themselves or they're backing away. Okay, I just looked up just now on Jackie Reed. She said it's not been canceled, but the ticket sales are low. And of course, if they don't, if the tickets don't pick up, it may not continue on, which would again be unfortunate. Because, like I said before, I kind of wanted to see the group do what it is that they needed to do. Josh says if they were smart, they replaced TLC for SWV. But SWV just got off a tour. Didn't they do a tour, I think, with Escape? I mean, money is money. So if they had the opportunity to do it, why not? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the tour. Anybody get tickets and check in to see what those ticket sales are looking like? If it does get canceled, I mean, that's disappointing. But I also understand that people don't have to support others. Yeah, we don't all have to spend our money with people who act in contradiction to the progress that we say we want. And in this particular case, Chile then messed up the thing. Messed up the thing because not only does she have the right to vote for who she wants to, but she lied. And that is usually the problem when people have when, okay, yeah, freedom of speech. Cool. Yes, you get to say what you want to, but also people have the right to not spend their money with you if you are voting against other people to have, like, I don't know, injustices that happen to them. So yeah, I'm curious about that. Very, very curious about that. And if you have any ideas or thoughts on that, you can give us a call here at 504-582-9422. We're going to take this break. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Here's what's trending this hour. President Trump says the U.S. Navy will begin the process of blockading any ships from leaving or entering the Strait of Hormuz. Trump made the announcement in a post on Truth Social Sunday morning, adding that other countries will be involved with this blockade. He also said that he's instructed the Navy to seek and interdict every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran. I'm Misty Jordan, and that's what's trending.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared, Jayla, Reagan. Reagan Clips. I hope that y'all are taking all of the meds, because I swear I cannot afford to get sick anytime soon. They are over there just a hacking and a sneezing and a good God. I have no room for any kind of sidelines and setbacks. Not right now. Not right now. But yeah. Josh says, well, with chili on the ticket in vogue, never gonna get it, never gonna get it as far as his money is concerned. And I am not mad with you at all on that one. And of course, it is Movie Monday, and we're gonna get that first clip playing for you. Of course, you listen to the clip. You tell us the name of the movie, where the clip has come from. And if you so desire, you take a guess at the theme. And again, up for grabs, we have tickets, all kinds of tickets to City Park. And we got the first clip queued up. All righty, y'all. If you like to hear it, here it go.
Our planet, our home. So now, let us begin.
504-582-9422. That was our first movie clip on Movie Monday on this April 13th, 2026. Yeah. Where did that come from? The number here is 504-582-9422. Let's see. What else y'all have going on in this chat? Oh, Cam, I meant to tell you, I saw your nephew last week. I saw him at UNO. I didn't know he was across town, but I got to see him, and we hadn't seen him in a little while, but it was good to see him, that he's doing well. And I also saw that he won a pageant, if I'm not mistaken. Was it the APAC pageant or something like that he won? Call us up or put it in the chat, because I don't remember exactly, but I know I meant to tell you that I think Friday I meant to tell you that I had seen him close to his residence. Chris, yes, Chris. Saw him last week, and it was like, hey, how you doing, baby? And he seems to be doing well. He seems to be doing well indeed. So you all heard that first movie clip. The number here is 504-582-9422. Love to see where, if you all can determine where that movie clip came from. In other news, let's see, what else do we have going on this week? Jayla and Reagan, what's going on campus? Is it finals time yet? Or are y'all still in y'all last set of class?
We have Spring Fest.
Spring Fest?
Yes.
Oh, Xavier Spring Fest. Oh, so are they gonna do the Greek show?
Yeah, that's Thursday, the step show.
The step show? Okay. Because when I was here, or when I was in undergrad as well, it used to be a carnival in that so where the library is, and I think that's a science building.
Yeah, the yard.
So there used to be this the gym that was called the barn. So like they used to have the line used to be wrapped all the way into the parking lot across the street. Yeah. It wasn't a very big space, so if you didn't get there on time, you couldn't. But Xavier Spring Fest was it was a good time. We had a very good time. But now y'all have the convocation center where it can house most of the student body. But yeah, there was two lines. There was a line for Greeks and a line for non-Greeks. Yeah, and usually the line for Greeks was shorter. So you slide on in that line, get into it, and watch the show. It's a good time. So the Greek Fest is on Thursday. What are the other events that's happening right now? Y'all know? What is it?
Treaty and Vicky Lowe.
Say again.
Treaty and Vicky Lowe.
Who are those people?
The bounce artists.
Oh,
Because the theme is Bounce Fest, I think.
they're bounce artists from this area.
No, the theme is We Outside. Yeah, that's the theme. We Outside.
So do y'all have like a week full of stuff that's happening this week? I'm on Jayla. You know what's going on. Tell us. Get us updated.
Hi, WBOK.
What is happening? That is hilarious. What are y'all doing over there? So now what's going on?
It's like the 16th through the 19th, and then I know they got the step show.
That's
costs
Thursday.
It costs $10 to get in, though.
That sound right.
And then the artists that they're supposed to have, I don't know what day they're supposed to come out, but they're announcing like each day, like step by step. Like they haven't given like a whole calendar how it's supposed to go yet. So I don't know what they plan to do.
It's not on the socials?
Yeah, but like it's like reveals. So it's like they've only done the step show and the artist reveal so far.
Oh, okay. So y'all have to watch the socials for the campus to find out what's going on. Oh my God, y'all have the cooties. Yuck. 504-582-9422. Hey, Josh.
What's happening? That Morgan Freeman. So I figured that's Deep Impact.
What is it?
The Deep Impact.
Deep Impact? Is that
Yeah.
Deep Impact? Did you hear your bell?
Yeah. That's when you after the asteroid came in, tell everybody come on, get back to work.
Is that the one with Liv Tyler?
I don't know these people that well like that.
You
I
know
only know
Steven
the black
Tyler's
guys.
daughter.
No, I only know the black actors.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I don't know their names, but I know there was that one main white girl who was like a reporter, and then the other white lady off of ER was in it too.
White lady
her
off
child.
Deep Impact.
She let her on the child. She let
Is
her
that
on
the
child.
one
Remember, the lady
with-
off ER, the one that was like she was a mean doctor. She was crippled.
Oh, you talking about Tay Leone. I see her.
Yeah, I never knew her name, but I remember her off of ER. Which ER was one of the coldest shows in the 90s anyway.
I never really got into ER.
You didn't like ER?
I don't. That's not really my kind of. No, I like Chicago Med. That's one of the ones I liked. St. Elmo's Fire.
No.
And
my two favorite.
What was the one? What was the one? The mama from Trapper John MD.
I never watched Trevor Dunn. You won't put me to bed. You can tell
Madge Sinclair.
I've never watched nothing on CBS. Period. Growing up.
That wasn't on PBS.
I think that was on CBS. Trapper John MD.
Trapper John MD came on Channel 4, if I'm not mistaken.
That's CBS.
Oh, CBS. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you said
not CBS,
TBS.
CBS. Anything on CBS in the 80s put me to bed, except the racist Dukes of Hazzard. I didn't know them as a kid, so that's the only thing I probably watched on CBS was Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm.
Anything else, nah, put me to bed. But yeah. My two favorite medical shows is ER and House.
Yes, I watched House. I liked House because it was a smart ass.
The House is made me scared to go to the hospital, though, but I still liked it.
No.
Because they'll let you suffer. They'll let you suffer to figure out what's really wrong with you. Like, he'll wait till you're almost about to die, and then he'll fix you.
Well, he had to find out what the issue was before he could diagnose you, because he had diagnosed people, and then he had to come back and fix it because that original diagnosis wasn't it. But I tell you what,
right.
do you have Netflix or Hulu?
Yeah, I got it.
Go watch Private Practice.
Okay,
Private Practice.
You only got the first 20 minutes to give me. If you don't give me 20 minutes, Kim, I'm leaving it alone.
Listen. It has Audra McDonald. And
I know that. I don't know these people.
She's black. That's why I said her name first. And Tay Diggs.
What she did? What did she do, though?
She's like
black,
she's an Emmy winner. She's a Tony winner. Like, she's a beast.
She's a woman in Hidden Figures?
No, she was not. Have you seen Gilded Age?
No.
God, Josh, you missing on the stuff. So she was in she's Gilded Age, Private Practice, The Good Fight, Beauty and the Beast, Annie, Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, A Raisin in the Sun. She was in the one with Puffy.
That's the worst Raisin in the Sun ever, though.
No, she's a beast for real. You got to check her out. She's a Tony Award winner. I think an Emmy.
You know what? I've heard of this lady before. I think someone did a special on either it was 60 Minutes or something. Someone did a special on her because she was thinking about killing herself at one point.
Yes, that's her.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I heard of her.
She is phenomenal. She is phenomenal. You gotta go and check her out because her work. I mean, she makes you believe everything that she's putting on the screen.
And I think that In Vogue should replace SWV with NDRE. I mean, replace TLC with NDRE.
I mean, they could replace them with JJ Fad as far as I'm concerned.
You know, but once you get past that one, I'm a number, that's all they got, Kimber.
They got 3 songs at least. 3. Bring out Angie B too.
I would be hard pressed to find out 3 JJ Fad songs. I only know I'm a number.
That's Supersonic, but they've had other hits. They had 3, if I'm not mistaken. They had 3 hits. I can't get beyond 3. I'm sure that I know they had a whole album that I never got into, but the 3 that were on rotation. That's the reason
why you never did. That's the reason why you never
Supersonic.
did.
Let's see. Way Out. This jam is way out, way out.
Yeah,
I'm
about to boo you right now. I was about to boo you.
You don't know Way Out?
No.
Oh man, yeah. So that's 2. And then let's see what other. Yeah.
No.
That's the 2 I got.
See what I'm saying? That's all they could give you right there. So no, go get in there. They give you about 10 songs.
They could be like a warm up. I don't know, but yeah, anybody. No. They can replace SW. I mean not SW. They can replace TLC with anybody because Chili didn't mess it up for T-Buys, which I hate.
Chili blew it. She blew the bag. So replace them with someone else. Like you could trust. I'm telling you, you could trust NDRE. SWV you could too, because I don't believe they even voted. One person probably voted, and that's probably Eddie George's wife. Only the light skinned girl ever voted for SWV.
She didn't really sing, and that's what I feel about like Chili. She didn't really sing either. They could bring T-Buys in a hologram of Left Eye, and I'd be fine.
How about just bring those 2?
Because to be honest with you, Chili, what was Chili's effect to TLC?
Yeah, just put a stick figure, put a mop with a curly wig, and you can just put her off to the right. She's running the vote. She's running the vote. We don't really need her. Like no one requests to see Ronnie. Respect you, Ronnie.
Yikes.
Nobody requests to see you, sir. So just put her off to the side.
Ronnie, you talking about from New Edition?
Yeah.
People want to see Ronnie because Ronnie's still fine. I ain't gonna hold you.
Him, but anybody over 6 feet. It's really embarrassing now. It's getting embarrassing. It's getting the bias you have.
Ronnie is still fine. So you know.
You ain't say that about no other. You ain't say nothing about what's the short. Michael Bivins, you could care less.
I could.
See what I'm saying? My gosh.
You are
Michael Bivins like the flyest dressing.
I mean, if I was interested in just seeing somebody because of their money, he would be the first guy. Because he has ABC, BBD. He has so many other groups that he managed. So, yeah, if I was just interested in money, for sure. But no.
He's more significant than Ronnie. Because Ronnie, like, Mike brought the style. Like, I say Mike taught them all how to dress. He brought the style.
I love Bobby really the most. If I'm gonna be fair, I love Bobby the most.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
Not because he's a bad boy. He was the most troubled, and I like projects.
You weird. Something is wrong. And not only you, at least you're a woman enough to admit it. A lot of women love that I could fix him.
Yeah,
man.
He's a project, so you know, gotta
Why do y'all
love
do
it.
this to yourselves?
Loved him because he was a pro. That's really what I think his allure has been for over the years. People say, "Oh, you have so much potential. I can help you."
And he is disappointed so many of you because of that so-say potential.
Every time.
Meanwhile, Michael Bivins is the consummate professional consistency. Probably wouldn't cause you no problem, but because of his height, he's automatically ruled off the island. Him and the other cat, the dark-skinned dude who no one knows his name.
The dark-skinned dude from where?
See? The one
You talking about Johnny Gill?
The lead singer for BBD.
Ricky.
Of
course we know who Ricky is.
I've never heard no one ever talk about Ricky like talking about him.
Ricky is now just easy on the eyes. Ricky wasn't always easy on the eyes. He's aged well. He has aged well.
But I'm just saying that Ricky don't get nervous. Ricky is fort.
Ricky actually was the lead singer, if I'm not mistaken, of New Edition before Ralph came in.
That's what I'm saying. Look how quick he got bumped 3 times. Ricky is a tough guy. That's why he was on cocaine. He got bumped by first Ralph, then Johnny. Then Bobby, then Johnny, and then he on the 4. He's down there with the dudes that could just dance. That's how you do Ricky, bro.
Ricky was hard on the eyes for a little while. We loved his voice, but
my goodness,
he was
this
a
man
little
gets
tough.
no
I don't think it was even his height.
It's probably his height with you. It was his height.
I don't know that it was his. I don't know that it was his height. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Ricky's strong, bro. Ricky, hold your head up, soldier. Ricky's strong. To be talented, but just get kicked back to the back with the dancers, it's a tough man to do that.
Also, now that Ralph is older, because he used to be my favorite, he's not aged well. He didn't been through some things.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a minute.
He was just here like 2 weeks ago.
Only thing Ralph brought to the table was an early mustache. To me, that was it.
Not an early mustache, Josh. No, I thought Ralph was cute when we were in. Matter of fact, one of my classmates, she loves Ralph so much that there's a watch out for her when she goes to their concert.
Ain't that so? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Once again, that just let you know, Ricky is never hear no one oohing out over Rick, bro. Oh.
I mean, as he's gotten older, he's been lighter on the visuals because he was just a little. Now he sang very well, and we definitely enjoyed that, but it was tough.
Please.
It was
he
tough.
Still got to fall back whenever my prerogative come on. How in the world does Ricky lose to Mr. Sensitivity?
You talking about Ralph?
I'm just saying, Rick should go above Ralph off of that alone. Like,
No,
y'all should
when
never
Ralph was
forgive
singing
Ralph for
that
song.
falsetto, could not lose.
Y'all should say, bro, y'all should never forgive Ralph for that. Y'all should never forgive Ralph for that. That Mr. Sensitivity did not do well for y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's be honest. Out of all the solo projects, it was the wackest.
Oh, I liked it. We all liked it. We all swooned when he
Name
sang
another
it.
song off of Ralph's solo project. I thought so. I digress.
What,
You don't know it.
no. Do I gotta do and break her heart?
That's a solo project?
That was a solo project. That was him.
That's equivalent to Jermaine Jackson.
No. You know what? I think that that Ralph was not a nice person. I think that's part of I think his industry image wasn't that great. And especially after we found out a lot of the things that went on, behind the scenes. Yeah, he didn't do his reputation didn't go well.
I just think he was an insecure little dude. I think he was insecure.
I wouldn't argue with you on that. I wouldn't argue with
Well,
you on
Ricky
that.
I give Ricky the strongest. Like if we talking in Avengers, Ricky Bell is the strongest new addition.
He got the what is that? The stone, what kind of stone is that?
The gauntlet.
He got that.
Gauntlet. He's the strongest one. Like if Avengers, Thor say he's the strongest, Ricky Bell is the strongest one. Because this man constantly got demoted.
The Infinity Stone. You say you think he got the Infinity Stone?
He just as far as like just toughness. Just imagine constantly being demoted.
Lord. Well, he has the best. He has the best secure spirit. We gotta take this break, Josh. Though, and thank you for taking me down memory lane. I appreciate you.
No problem. All right. Long live Ricky Bell.
Later. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Good Monday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. New Orleans police are investigating a shooting in Holly Grove. They say it happened around 1:30 this morning on Palm Street near Holly Grove Street. The NOPD says they found a man shot in the back. He was taken to the hospital by EMS. No word on his condition right now at this time. Now, as gas prices continue to spike, let's take a look at what drivers are paying right now at the pump. Right now, the national average for a gallon of gas is $4.13. In our state, drivers are paying $3.76. That's up nearly 60 cents from 1 month ago. All right, the Hogs for the Cause event shattered records for raising $6.65 million for families battling severe illnesses. The two-day festival at the UNO Lakefront Festival grounds brings together more than 90 barbecue teams, live music across 3 stages, and, of course, plenty of food. All right, now to sports, where the Pelicans season has officially come to an end. The Pelicans dropped their last game in the Minnesota Timberwolves, the final score 132-126. But on a high note, a dominant performance from rookie Derek Queen. He put up a double-double with 30 points and 22 rebounds. The Pelicans finished the season 26-56 overall. All right, y'all. It's expected to be a big night for LSU superstar Flau'jae Johnson. One of the greatest Tigers in program history is expected to hear her name called early in tonight's WNBA draft. When she's picked, she'll be the 3rd straight LSU Tiger taken in round 1, following the footsteps of Angel Reese and Anissa Morrow. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Conflict in the Middle East, mixed feelings about artificial intelligence, and more are causing turbulence in markets. But when things are volatile, John Rogers sees opportunity. Rogers is founder, chairman, and co-CEO of Ariel Investments, one of the largest and longest-running black-owned investment firms in the country. Speaking recently at Bloomberg Invest, Rogers says that above all, his firm focuses on being patient and having a long-term view.
You have to wait until you can buy a great business at a bargain price. And then you have to be patient, as often a company maybe is going through a temporary crisis. You have to be able to look out again over the horizon and see what that company will look like when the sun comes out again and the storms drift away.
Ariel focuses on businesses that it feels will perform well in the long haul. even if it hits some bumps in the road along the way. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Hello, friend. Tavis Smiley here with a special announcement. You can catch my show at a new time. Weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Same great topics, same great guests, same great conversations, just a little earlier in the day. It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. only on WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 a.m. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 a.m.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and still on the other side of the glass are Jared, Jayla, and Reagan Clips. I don't even know what they got going on over there, my Lord. Bless the children, Father. Bless them. But joining me right now, I have a very dear and long term friend who's joining us here on the Front Porch. Welcome. Is this your first time or your second time on the Front Porch?
This is my first time on the Front Porch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome to the Front Porch, Tamika Bob. How are you, this doctor? Tamika Bob. Listen, we gonna let the things.
It's okay.
We're gonna let the things be what they are. But good morning and welcome. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. You got it smelling all good. She has the atmosphere set, y'all.
For sure. Gotta have the energy right.
Yes, absolutely.
This perimenopause is when I say kicking my behind, I have to make sure that I'm peaceful so I can be peaceful.
Yes.
Because if I'm not peaceful, welcome to chaos.
You have to invite me back to talk about that.
Indeed. But before we get too far about talking about what it is that you do, what you've done, I'd like you to share with our listening audience who you are, where have you come from? How did you arrive here on the Front Porch?
Absolutely. Well, I am Dr. Tamika Bob, and I attended the illustrious McDonough 35 Blue Ribbon High School, yes, ma'am, which is where I met the talented, fabulous
we
Kimber.
met at the
we met at
Fantasy
Fantasy.
Wait, girl. We go way back.
Right.
Way back.
Thank
Yes,
you for
ma'am.
that correction. I think I met everybody at 35, but right, this was before, so this was middle school.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
right, we were little bitty kids.
Yes, girl.
It's so cute.
And still we're here.
Yes, and we're here. Okay, and so that's that. So that's where Kimber and I met.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've just been maneuvering through life. I am a psychotherapist, I'm an actor and a filmmaker. And I've been on WBOK before, but this is my first time here on the Front Porch.
Welcome.
So I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. And I'm glad to have you here, especially to talk about what you have put together. It's something that is dear to me, as arts have been, I think, a fuse for many of us to have the connectivity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Music,
yes,
theater,
music,
dance,
yes.
all of those things that help us go through this world a lot lighter by shaking some of that off and working some of this out. And we had the benefit of having teachers who would inspire and also share their
Mhm.
gifts with us that have given us outlets as an adult.
Yes.
But you have a program that's going to be taking place that's going to be starting this month, or has it started yet?
No, it actually starts next Thursday on the
Okay.
23rd. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Thursday on the 23rd, you have Real Creative Groups, and it is a 6-week cycle. What does that entail? Because real creative,
Come
real
on,
creative,
Real.
what? What we doing?
Real Creative Group. So REAL is an acronym, right?
Okay.
REAL is an acronym for Rich Emotional Arts Life. Come on.
Yes.
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 Rich emotional arts life. And basically, like you say, the arts have been so important to us. You were dancer, cheer, choir,
Yes,
right?
all the
Me,
things.
band, dance. And so it really helped us to maneuver through high school. It kept us out of trouble.
Yes. It kept
Always
us
had something to
busy.
do. Kept
Always
us busy. Rehearsals, performances, all of the things, right?
Yes.
So as an artist, I created this group for creative teens.
Mm-hmm.
Ages 13 through 17. If you're an actor, singer, dancer, musician, painter, graphic artist, all of the things, this group is for you. It's a
Okay.
social, emotional group, and it's virtual.
Oh,
Right?
that's even better.
Right. So you can be at home in your room doing what you do, wrapped up in your blanket, comfy in your slippers, whatever, but it's a virtual group. Parents don't have to worry about bringing their kids.
Right.
Right?
Because in the summertime, that's tough. It's tough.
Absolutely.
But we also, especially this age, some of them age out of the summer camp, and we still need things for them to do.
Absolutely. We still need things for them to do. And this is a social emotional skills group, right? So what this is we're going to focus on all those things social, all those things emotional. It is therapeutic focus, it's arts driven, and it's faith based.
Okay.
And so we live in a city where arts is really, it's really rich. Everybody thinks New York, Los Angeles, but New Orleans is on the map
They
too,
come
right?
here either playing an instrument, or they come here singing, or they come here drawing, or they come here sewing. I mean, we have
Yes.
so many different outlets that kids are exposed to being here in this city. But yeah, it's so much that we overlook it.
Yes. Yes. But we provide the music classes, right? We provide the dance classes. We provide the art classes. But who's providing the mental health portion?
Yeah.
Who's making sure that these kids really know who they are, right? The purpose of this program, we don't want them to get lost in the sauce.
Right.
We see the tabloids, we see the headlines about all the kids stars and they're super talented, and that's what we're talking about. But do we really, really understand if they're okay mentally and emotionally?
Now that's interesting that you took that approach, or you're taking that approach to investing the time to develop the arts, but also considering the impact on the psyche and the emotions as well. Because oftentimes when we hear about child stars, we also hear about the weight of the genius that they have at a young age.
That's good.
Ty Bridges, he's been able to manage it, but
Yeah.
everybody has not had a good child star road. Singers,
Yes.
like what's the Bieber, Justin Bieber.
Oh my gosh, I was
He
just
had a
talking
rough-
about him.
He had a rough go at it, and so many different more. Some that we have lost to drugs and alcohol, or just taking their lives because
Yes.
they had such genius and such talent.
Yeah.
Nobody helped them balance how they felt or how they were navigating those things
Right,
and the
right.
things that go on in those spaces.
Yes.
So I,
Yes.
that's really cool that you are taking that approach, but also with developing the talent. Because I think as generations have gone along, we have found ways to put our kids in programs.
Yes.
Because I'm a parent who's guilty of oversaturating the kids, but I want to
Yes.
see what it is that you want to
Yeah.
do so we can support it. But as an educator, and also somewhat of having been on a circuit at one point or another, there were things that it was like, this didn't make me feel good. And now to provide the space to have the conversation with mine as they have traversed the art space, the academic space, and all of those things. But I think that you pairing the two is really, really important. So I see therapeutic driven, faith-based, arts focused. What does that look like in a group setting, especially a virtual group setting?
Yeah, that's really good. And I like what you say, you kind of oversaturated, and sometimes parents can do that, right? And it's important because you're trying to help them find their path. And that's one of the things we do in the groups, right? So it's 6-week cycles. And one of the things, the topics that we focus on is purpose,
Okay.
right? Even with the kids trying to find what they're talented at. And that's great. We need to know, do I prefer to dance? Do I prefer to draw? What is it? But ultimately, what is my purpose, right? So in this setting, we focus on identity, emotional intelligence, resilience, authenticity, integration, and then basically pursuing big dreams. And what does that look like without getting lost in the sauce, right? And so in these groups, we're going to have fun. That's just the first part about it. I'm an artist, so I don't like to be bored, right? And so we're going to start with music. We're going to start with introductions. We will have one in-person meeting, which will most likely be toward the end. Because I gotta hug on the children.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Let me see you. Let me look in your eyes.
Let me look
and see
at
you.
yeah,
All right.
let me, let me do that. And so because that's me. Virtual is great. I provide virtual counseling every day, but I also provide opportunities when I say, hey, I'm gonna be in the office this particular day. So if you want to come by, meet me, see my face, in person, we can do that. But these groups are really just gonna provide a safe space for the kids. They're 90-minute groups.
Okay.
And so they will provide this space where they can come and be themselves. We're going to talk about craft, but most importantly, the things that I mentioned is going to be the central point: identity. Who are you, right? In this business, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of comparison. What parents don't know, sometimes the kids are suffering from low self-esteem. Well, she's better than me. She looks better than me. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not the right size. Even with the guys, it happens with them too. So again, this is going to be a safe space for them to come, talk, be themselves, and have fun.
And that sounds like a space that is conducive for some of our listeners. Let's deepen the talk in terms of who am I and why that's important. A lot of parents, family, they see a talent and they look to monetize. That's not a wrong thing. However, when that becomes a focus only of making the money, it's dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
It's dangerous. And so the idea of them knowing themselves, where did you see that kids or people in general, because we know some people our age still are
ma'am.
searching
Yes, ma'am.
for themselves. And that's fine.
That's
Search until you find it.
Please.
But what did you see that was the need to have them rooted before they started taking flight and developing the thing that they did before they developed who they were?
Oh gosh, yes. So I lived in Los Angeles for 10 years, right? When I was there, I worked with kids, I worked with artists, and I think that's when I started to identify the need, right? Again, adults not addressing the childhood issues, which is major. That's across the board, right? But definitely in the arts, there are so many things that go on behind the scenes.
Yes.
I hate to be the one to report it.
Right.
But
It's real.
It's real, right? So many things. And parents are dropping their kids off in these environments, right? Not being aware, being oblivious to all the things that your child can take part in. It's an adult business.
Yes.
Right? And so if you are going to put your child in this business, you need to be available, right? We have situations where, I don't want to name stars, but we have some stars where their parents just sent them to live with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drop them off in environments just because they said that they were going to care for them.
Correct.
They said they were going to take care of them. So it was all about, like you said, money. And okay, it's fine to monetize that. I'm poor, right? I'm in a certain income bracket. My child is talented. So boom, we're going to make this work. And that's okay. But you still have to make sure your child is okay. And so there's really a high need for programs like this. And I believe that I'm the one chosen to do it.
Yes, I love that. And Lord,
It's so much.
there's so many different avenues to take flight from, to discuss it, because again, it happens a lot in situations where families are disadvantaged, resource starved. And so when they have an opportunity to make a dent or to basically change their lives, the child becomes responsible for the entire family financially, but not always getting the care while they are providing the resources for the entire family.
Absolutely. We've heard so many stars talk about it. We've heard Keke Palmer talk about it.
We've
We've heard Raven Simone talk about it.
And you also heard the boy from not Family Ties. What you talking about,
The
Willis?
Coreys. Oh, no. Ty Bridges?
Not Ty, the
The
brother,
other one.
Arnold.
Arnold, yeah.
I can't think
we
of his
both
name
forget
right now.
his
Yeah,
name.
but you know what I'm talking about. Like his
Yes.
family, basically, he was there to provide money for his family, and we've heard many other people be the meal ticket and provide a life, which also puts that person, that child who has a responsibility of earning that money, it doesn't allow for them the opportunity to take care of themselves
and be kids. Be kids. That is a very important part of our developmental process. We can't skip stages.
Right.
We have to still be kids, and that's the important thing. And that's why these groups will be fun as well and engaging, because that's just so important. They're not coming to just sit there and listen to me talk. This is interactive. I want to know how they feel about what it is they're doing, because again, it's not just about talent. If you make it, you've got to be mentally and emotionally stable, and you've got to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, guess what? The industry is going to tell you who you are, and that's never good.
Ooh, child. It's so many different avenues about that. Having two children who have participated in the arts, basically.
Yeah, your kids are talented.
From before birth. I was still dancing. I danced with both of them up to like 6 months.
Wow.
CJ, I noticed for him, high school, he was so consumed with academics and music. So during his college time, he's basically having high school social, emotional, and just human development with other peers, because his time was so occupied in high school. And then with Imari, we've had her in a lot as well. But now, like, I've noticed these last couple of years how she's learning to navigate friendships and holding on to people that are in her space, and learning how to listen to yourself when you're with other people. Because we were talking about that earlier, Listen, being able to recognize when someone said or something, the way somebody moved, this is a little weird. If they don't have that, if they're consumed with activity, you don't get to listen to who you are.
That's a big part. Yeah. That intuition too, and learning what are practicing what they're taught at home versus what they're taught in the industry or from those friends. Again, not getting lost in the sauce. You're staying true to who they are. And if they are believers, staying true to that as well.
Yeah. And not letting the money compromise. Because that right now, that's the impact of what we're all facing right now. And I am really having I'm really having a time with, particularly in our community, in communities with women, paying attention to what their trade-off is. Because if something of basicness at the end of it all can make you toss other people aside or not even be of concern, I need them to be aware that these are not good people. Because as an adult, I'm aware of it, but I also had more time. We had face-to-face time. We didn't have the phone, people, if there was an aggression or there were issues where somebody said something about you or to you that you didn't like, there was no intermediary where we gonna post about it or where we
had
gonna
to go
text
to
us,
each
like,
other.
So what you had said?
Right.
What you talking about? And now as adults, we've tempered some of our approaches, but still we have it in our handbag that if it gotta come out, it gotta come out. But I think, I really am concerned about the future adults and how they don't necessarily have those opportunities to interact and interface face to face.
Yeah.
So that when they're encountered with it, they either shrink away or they freeze because they just don't know what else to do.
Absolutely. Social media is a big, it's a problem, especially among our teens, this age group. Again, it's that face-to-face interaction. It's that I want to stay inside. I want to stay in the room.
I have a hoodie.
Oh, that's another one. I have a lot of teen clients in 100-degree temperatures. They just want to play video games. So parents like you are useful and helpful in that. let me put these kids in something. You know, like you said before, money is a major factor, right? For compromising our morals. And we've got to learn that young.
Yeah.
Right, Kimba? You know, I've had auditions recently. I had a conversation with my agent, my acting agent, who said, well, what is it? Can you just send me a list of your boundaries so I'll know, right? Because she would send me an audition. I would say, yeah, I can't do that. You know, and it got to the point she's like, look, just send me a list. And that's not a bad thing because we have to have boundaries. It's not about how much it pays. I could have used that extra money, right? But say, this is something that's going to be in the atmosphere forever.
Yeah.
Do I really want to be represented that way? And, you know, this is something that we have to teach our kids. It's not always
We
about
need to teach
money.
some of our friends, too.
Oh. Should we go there? And what about your friends?
Yeah, we got to teach that to our friends, too.
Yes.
And also to be in spaces to reaffirm people that the correction is not it's not that we're throwing you away or shunning you, but like you need to clean this up. You really need to clean this up, and not for my benefit, but for your own. Like you're gonna crash and burn if you keep on that path.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to do one of these for the adults.
Well, listen. That's a whole nother topic. Absolutely. It's very prominent for adults too. It's just across the board. Purpose, knowing who you are, like you say, people our age and older. You know, we are still trying to identify what we are here on earth to do, and that's a problem. And we already know money. That's just it's going to be forever a thing. But the reason I wanted to start it here because we need to start young.
Yeah, and put them out into the universe for them to last beyond and teach them that come behind. But yeah, we gotta get a handle on some of our adults as well, because part of the communication that we have with them is kind of what's keeping our kids from getting the development that they need.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And, you know, we can go so far.
I know. Listen. We're gonna. I think this is the start to a conversation that we are gonna have. But let our listening audience, where can they find real creative groups? Where do they find you? Where do they sign up? And what's all involved in that?
Absolutely. So, guys, the groups start next Thursday, April 23rd. I've extended the deadline to Friday, which is April 17th. This Friday, you've got to get the kids registered, okay? So you want to go to my website, TamikaBob.com. That's TamikaBob.com/gifted-you, GIFTEDU. TamikaBob.com/gifted-you. The registration form is there. Go ahead and get these teens registered. It is so important. The deadline is this Friday, April 17th. Groups start next Thursday. It is a small investment. I don't want you to look at that and say, ooh, it's not free. It's an investment. But we invest in everything else. We buy these kids the tennis shoes they want, the clothes they want. Every time you put them in a dance, a music class, there's an investment. So I want you to invest in their social, emotional, and mental health because it's so important.
Absolutely. And are you active on the socials?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, I'm active on socials. Instagram, I'm at T_BOBBB. Also on Facebook at TEEBOBBTBOB.
There we go. You listen to the Front Porch, y'all, here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Expect a warm work week ahead with a mix of sun and clouds, mostly dry for us throughout the rest of the week. Today's highs 80 to 85 degrees. And then for tonight, 61 to 65. So very mild for us. Temperatures remaining into the 80s all week long. We could see mid to upper 80s by the end of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
There's a familiar pattern unfolding at the state capitol. If you live in New Orleans, You've seen it before. Somebody, somewhere else, wants to tell New Orleans what to do. This time, it's not about roads, schools, or even policing. It's about the courts. Lawmakers in Baton Rouge are advancing a series of proposals that would fundamentally reshape the judicial system in Orleans Parish, reducing the number of judges, consolidating courts, and potentially altering the role of the clerk of court. Supporters call it efficiency. They say it's about cutting costs and streamlining a system they believe is too large and too fragmented. But let's be clear about what's really happening. This is not a minor adjustment. This is a structural rewrite of how justice is administered in New Orleans, driven largely by legislators who do not live here and who are not accountable to the voters who will feel the impact most directly. Under one proposal, the number of civil district court judges would be reduced. Under another, long-standing separate courts, civil, criminal, juvenile, would be merged into a single system with fewer judges overall. Now ask yourself, in a city already struggling with case backlogs, delays, and an overburdened justice system, does reducing the number of judges sound like a solution or a recipe for even longer waits and deeper frustration? And then there's the larger issue. Who decides how New Orleans governs itself? Because this isn't happening in a vacuum. We've already seen what happens when the legislature inserts itself into local institutions. The Sewerage and Water Board, long plagued by dysfunction, became even more complicated under state influence. And now the courts, one of the most critical pillars of any democracy, are next. There is a difference between reform and control. Reform works with communities. It respects local voices. It strengthens institutions. Control overrides them. It reshapes them from the outside. And it often comes with consequences that the people closest to the problem are left to live with. No one is arguing that our court system is perfect. It isn't. But meaningful reform should come from collaboration, from judges, legal professionals, and the citizens of this city, not imposed by sweeping legislation from beyond the city, sponsored by lawmakers who don't even live here. At its core, this is about more than courtrooms and caseloads. It's about autonomy. It's about representation. This is about whether the people of New Orleans get to decide how justice works in their own city. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Norman Robinson is back.
Can you hear me now?
And he's taking no prisoners.
Can you hear me now?
Each weekday, Norman Robinson brings you commentary with Off the Top.
The incident was shocking, disturbing, disgusting, disappointing, and sad.
Each weekday, Off the Top with Norman Robinson is heard exclusively right here.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass are Jared, Reagan, Jayla, the Cooties crew. My God. We are here on the Front Porch in our final segment of today's episode. Today, again, is Monday, April 13th. And can we eke out one more movie so we could possibly give out a set of tickets? Because, you know, Josh is in Atlanta. He can't get those. But let's try it. We have one queued up to get one more movie out of here. And, of course, we'll be giving away tickets tomorrow during Tribute Tuesdays. So if you'd like to hear it, here's our final clue, our final movie for today. Here you go.
I'm not a coward. You're the coward. I'm not a coward.
Alrighty, and there we go. Yes, could you play it again? I didn't even hear that one. So those of y'all who missed out on the first play of the second clip, here it is again.
You're wrong. I'm not a coward. You're the coward.
Alrighty, there we go. The number here is 504-582-9422. I hope they heard it because I didn't. It's all good. As long as they did, I'm fine. 504-582-9422. Again, this weekend we have French Quarter Fest. We also have Barrels on the Bayou, which will be here. There, it is a ticketed event for those who want to attend. Let's see. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, y'all look at those tickets and see how your attendance is going to be this weekend. And then you have French Quarter Fest that'll be taking place as well. I look forward to seeing some of y'all out of there. Another date for CJ has been added on this coming Thursday at French Quarter Fest. And maybe I'll see y'all out in these streets because it's always great to see y'all. Y'all always make sure you say hi, and I appreciate that so much. 504-582-9422. We're waiting on that next one. All righty. Hey, Pam.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm
Pam.
going to try at this movie. Hello, can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Okay. Is that from the film After Earth?
There you go. After Earth. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see. You have gotten yourself a set of tickets. Let me tell you where they are to. You are getting the giveaway for the Carousel Gardens Amusement Park.
Okay.
2 tickets
All right.
to the Carousel Gardens Amusement Park. And you have grandkids that would enjoy that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I sure will give them to my babies.
There you go. There you go. Well, hang on. Jared's going to get your information so that you can come and pick those up. And I hope y'all have a wonderful time.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hang on for me. Good deal. Hey, Josh.
I hope you feel good about yourself, Pam. You ruined my childhood dream to ride a carousel.
So she messed it up for you?
There for that alone.
She messed it up for you?
You know how bad I wanted to ride a carousel city pop, but my mom couldn't afford it.
No, I don't.
It was very bad. Very bad, Kimber.
Very bad?
Girl, look, I can envy them kids who ride that doggone carousel and enjoy themselves and then take another turn. Oh, I wanted that thing to blow up. City Park used to be live too, because the dude had a monkey. He had a pet monkey, and the pet monkey smoked cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
This was a free show. And you was there to do donkey rides for 25 cents too. I couldn't afford that, but you was there to ride a donkey in a circle. 25 cents. City Park was live, bro.
City Park was live and is live. There's so much going on over there that we didn't get to see as kids that as now as adults we get to travel all the way through.
Well, now they got alligators in them, so I don't think it is live.
They always had alligators and snapping turtles too.
I know snap turtles. I've never seen an alligator in City Park ever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I blame a dude that went to school with you at 35, Damon Hunter. This is his fault. He had a baby caiman, and he put it in there.
A baby
to get rid of it. It came in like a small alligator.
Do they grow into alligators?
I don't know, but I know that ever since he released it to the wild, I've been hearing about these sightings. And you know, black folks don't know the difference between caiman and alligator. But he released it, and that's your classmate. That's who did it.
I guess. I don't know who this is, but I guess
today's theme is this destruction of Earth, when Earth be damaged or something, because both of these movies, Earth wasn't getting dealt right. It wasn't right. The end of Earth.
I don't know, Josh, but as
that's
per
not
usual,
the theme of the day.
Say again.
In the end of Earth, is that the theme of the day?
What was
the
the
end
theme?
Of Earth.
The theme
Yeah,
is the end of Earth. No. No, not that one. But thank you for playing along. Make sure you listen up tomorrow because it's Trivia Tuesday, okay? All right, Josh. Later. Well, y'all, thank y'all for joining us for the last 3 hours and giving us 3 hours of your life that you'll never get back. I look forward to seeing you back here on Trivia Tuesday, and be sure to do something nice for somebody because it's a nice thing to do, and practice random acts of kindness, please. And don't forget, I love you hard, hard. I swear to God, and I swear to God, I love you hard, hard. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass are Sniffle, Sneezy, and Jared. For sure. I look forward to seeing you right here on the front porch on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long. Have a wonderful day. Bye.